Let's dance!
I won't lose!
To you, like a red rose, seeking the sun, no matter where it goes.
Inferno take. Fire Emblem is overrepresented in Super Smash Bros. Yeah, people have said it before, but that doesn't make it untrue. In fact, that's exactly why people say it so much, because it's demonstrably, undeniably true. To say otherwise is to kid yourself. We can all agree on that. What we can't all agree on, however, is what is proper representation. Everyone has an opinion, including me, and that's what this video is about. My opinion. The correct one. I know that sounds a bit presumptuous, but I think you'll agree once you hear me out. Maybe you won't, but I can guarantee you'll at least understand me here. Anyway, before I get into my real opinions, let's review the history of Fire Emblem in Super Smash Bros. In 2001, Super Smash Bros. Melee was released with two characters us Westerners hadn't seen or heard of before, Marth and Roy. This somehow convinced Nintendo that it would be a good idea to release the next Fire Emblem game in the West, which would be Rekka no Ken, the Blazing Blade, or just Fire Emblem because it was the early 2000s and that's just what localization was back then. Funnily enough, Rekka no Ken didn't have Marth or even Roy in the game, but yeah, everyone knows that part of the story. But much like Rekka no Ken to Fu no Tsurugi, there's a prequel, and it's much less interesting. Marth was actually planned to be in Smash 64, but it didn't work out because of time. The concept of time. It prevented them. Anyway, the next Smash game to come out was Brawl on the Wii, and by then, Path of Radiance was out, so they replaced Roy with Ike. There was another game in between Rekka no Ken and Path of Radiance. It was Sacred Stones, but by that time, like I said, Path of Radiance was already out, and it'd just be more convenient to replace Roy with Ike and forget about Ephraim, which kinda sucks, but also not really. The next Smash game was Wii U and 3DS. By then, a lot had happened. Path of Radiance got a sequel, Radiant Dawn, and they remade Marth's games, even though the second one didn't come out in the West. But most importantly, a brand spanking new game was made and released, Fire Emblem Awakening. So they added the two most popular characters, Robin and Lucina, into Smash. They also updated Ike to look like how he does in Radiant Dawn, but it'd be a good while before the next Smash came out, and it's the future, baby. We have technology, the internet. So when the next Fire Emblem came out, they added the main character into Smash as DLC. That game was Fates, and that character was Corrin. They also added Roy back, and things are obviously getting problematic. But wait, there's more. When Ultimate came out, it had every character that was ever in Smash, plus some new ones, Fire Emblem characters included. All the dudes from before are here, plus Chrom as the Roy clone, because he got shafted pretty hard in Lucina and Robin's reveal trailer. They did show some restraint though, because even though Shadows of Valentia had come out, they decided not to add in Alm or Celica, but actually, just kidding, because as soon as Three Houses came out, Byleth got into Smash as DLC. And that's how it ends. For now. I'm sure they'll add the next Fire Emblem protagonist as DLC whenever the next game comes out. So, in total, we have Marth, Roy, Ike, Lucina, Robin, Corrin, Chrom, and Byleth. That's 8 characters. Too many. I get that it's kind of a tradition to put the most recent Fire Emblem protagonist into Smash, because that's how it started, but come on, man, we don't need this many. I'll tell you what we need. Marth, obviously, it'd feel a little weird to have Fire Emblem characters without Marth. It'd be almost like having an ARMS character playable without having Springman as a playable character. Man, that'd be whack. I can't imagine. Next, Robin can stay too.
It's time to tip the scale!
He represents some important things for Fire Emblem in Smash. Magic, weapon durability, and the player character. It's pretty important that we represent everything that makes Fire Emblem unique for obvious reasons. And if you think it'd be weird or wrong to have Robin without Chrom or Lucina, no, it won't. Saying that we can't have Robin without Chrom and or Lucina is kind of like saying we can't have Byleth without Edelgard and or Claude and Dimitri. And if you haven't played Three Houses, you may not really understand that comparison, but if you have, you see what I mean, right? It just won't be weird, trust me. And finally, as a Marth clone probably, Seliph. Yeah, I said it. Seliph. From Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, or Seisen no Keifu if you're a weeb. I think Seliph should be in Smash just because it'd be fun, and it represents Genealogy of the Holy War. It's one of the most important games in the series, even though it never came out in the West. And the most recent game, Three Houses, very clearly and obviously takes inspiration from it. A lot of people consider Genealogy of the Holy War to be the best in the series, and the best game ever made. I've never played it, but the fact that so many people think this highly of it has got to mean something. He'd be a Marth clone specifically, because it seems like Genealogy was what Shozo Kaga always intended Fire Emblem to be like, the platonic ideal of a Fire Emblem game. Plus, Tearfing looks almost exactly like the Falchion, and Seliph looks enough like Marth. It's better reasoning than Lucina. Oh, but she disguised as Marth. Yeah, well, how would she know how Marth fights? He's dead. Plus, she learned how to fight from her father.
Tell me, who taught you to fight like that? My father!
Who is Chrom, who was a Roy clone. Whatever, doesn't matter. So, what do you think? Do you think Seliph should be in Smash? I think Ephraim, Ike, Micaiah, Alm, and Celica would all be reasonable, some more than others, and not all together, but to replace Robin and Seliph? Sure. Also, Grima as a Ridley clone, go fuck yourself.